Did you know a predictable routine babies can rely on is essential to proper rest? Unless there are special circumstances, infants always have a successful night rest if followed by a predictable routine. What's your routine? Hello, my name is Brunette. I am a certified early childhood educator, a RIE practitioner, a parent, and the founder of the Parent Child Experience. This platform is designed to bring you the expertise and the useful educational tools that I have used both in the classroom and at home with my children. I hope you find this information helpful. Let's get started. We first need to talk about the physical space, and then we can go back into discussing the routine that you are currently using or you may be using. The physical space of just as any other space that we discussed before, such as the active area and the diapering area, the sleep area is extremely important and must be designed in a way that communicates rest to both the adult and the child. This space would be very simple. It would be uncluttered and it would be void of distractions such as electronics or toys. This space could look like something where there is a crib, there is a floor bed following a bassinet. Now, a floor bed is the style that we use in the Montessori philosophy because it encourages the child to independently get in and out of bed when they need to. The first 3 months, it's always the bassinet that is typically used to allow baby to be close to mom and dad's bed. After that, you can decide if you want to use a crib or a floor bed. Despite of what you decide to go with, we want the environment to communicate a peaceful and undistracted space to the child. Now that we've talked about the physical space, let's talk about the routine. A routine could be something as simple as dinner, bath, a story, and then time to rest. It could be dinner, bath, nurse you, and then go to bed. So it could be one or the other, but no matter which one it is, it should be a slow process leading to bedtime. So our bodies should be able to communicate that it's calming down time. The speed that we use should be slower. The tone that we use should be calmer than we've been speaking all day long. The environment should be calming down as well so that the child gets the sense that it is approaching time to rest. That leads us to our next important aspect of a proper rest, which is our attitude toward rest. Rest is one of those things that we do and is so important. In fact, it's a privilege to rest. So we should be communicating how nice it is to get some rest to the child. We want to make sure that when we talk about sleep, it is not something to do as a result of being punished. And also, we want to pay attention to when the child is getting ready for bed. In other words, when they're starting to get tired. Let's say, for example, your routine begins at 5:30 in the evening, your bedtime routine. But now, because you are paying attention, you notice at 5 o'clock, child begins to yawn or rub their eyes, even cry. Those are signs I'm tired. So it might be important that even though your routine typically begins at 5:30, that's been the range of time that you usually start. But now because you are observing the child getting tired a little sooner, we're going to adjust the bedtime routine sooner to accommodate the need of this infant or this child. So we're going to start getting ready for bed sooner because we have seen or we have read the cues of rest and we want to respond accordingly. So we're going to start sooner rather than later. As we begin this routine, we always communicate what we do. So it's important to let the child know that we have observed that you are getting tired. And so we're going to begin our routine to get some rest. I see that you're yawning. You must be getting tired. Let me get your bottle so you can get ready. Or I see that you're yawning. It looks like you're getting ready for your bed. Let's get started with our time to get to rest. Whatever the circumstances, you want to acknowledge it and communicate it to the child and begin the process of getting ready for rest. Whether you choose a sleep sack or another type of tools to wrap the baby, those are the part of the routine the child comes to know, and that's the outfit they're going to be changed into in order to get some rest. The key in getting proper rest is to, one, have the predictable routine, the one that we use every day, and to stay consistent with it so that it becomes predictable. So that now the child knows after I play, I get a bath, or after I play, I get dinner, I get a bath, and then I get my clothes on, someone read a story to me, and then I'm placed in my bed. So this consistent routine automatically tells a child what he or she is being prepared for. So there's no mistake about what we're going to do because this is a routine that we use every single time leading to you getting in bed. So this routine lets them be both psychologically and physically ready for what's coming. And anticipation of that routine help them to relax and be ready for a good night rest. One important reason why we want to start as soon as we notice the cues for rest is because number one, it shows that we are sensitive to their needs. Number two, it lets the child know that they are understood, knowing that what they need is what we're going to give them, as opposed to offering them food when they're actually showing sign for bed. So it's really important that we stay observant as we go. That way the bedtime routine can go smoothly and then they can enjoy a proper rest. If we fail to respond at the time when they need it, this can lead to being overtired. And overtired can mean a child who's now cranky or who's unable to sleep well and may interrupt their sleep pattern by the time they get to bed. And so it's way better to start as soon as we see they have indicated they are ready for bed. Another important thought we want to include in this topic is when it comes to our attitude toward rest. After we have completed the routine that leads to bedtime, we want to be able to place the baby in his or her bed and say goodnight and walk away. We want to avoid lingering and talking and playing because then that sends a different message to what that's supposed to happen and confuses the child whether or not I'm supposed to be playing or sleeping. And it also lets them become more active versus falling asleep. So we want to have our bodies emotionally ready to say goodnight, have a good rest or have a good night rest and walk away quietly, but walk away. I hope this information was helpful to you. If you have more questions, feel free to email me at theparentchildexperience@gmail.com. Otherwise, go ahead and subscribe by pressing on the subscribe button, and I look forward to connecting with you on my next video. Thank you for watching. The insights shared in this video are grounded in the Montessori philosophy established by Dr. Maria Montessori, the right philosophy pioneered by Magda Gerber, and my extensive experience both in the classroom and at home with my own children. I hope you found this information valuable and insightful. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content. Until next time.